Fight fans all over the world, it's Daddy P with Slap Happy Gorilla. What? We live today. It is May the 15th. Hey, listen, I promise y'all for this channel, if you're a subscriber, you can win $100 if you pick the winner of Vasil Lomachencko and Devin Haney fight. Y'all know the fight is happening on May the 20th. Hey, listen, if you pick the winner, you can win $100. Now, it will be starting tomorrow night, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That's when we're going to start the lives. Tonight was just a little trial, and I wanted to get it out there. I wanted to tell everybody live again. I've been telling you on the videos, but how you are going to win $100 is if you participate in the live streams. Now, listen, I'm going to pick two people from the live streams, two people that are participating in the live streams from May the 16th to May the 19th. Listen, May the 19th, after the weigh-in and everything is done, we're going to have our last live before the fight. That is on a Friday. The 19th is a Friday. So y'all know the fight is on the 20th. So on the 19th, I am going to pick two people from the live stream. I'm going to pick one person that is going for Devin Haney, and I'm going to pick one person that's going for Vasil Lomachencko. Listen, you got to tell me who and how they are going to win the fight. And if your guy wins, you will be the winner of $100. Listen, Daddy P and Slap Happy Gorilla giving away $100. Now, you're not putting no money on the line. You're not putting $100 on the line. It's not a bet. We're not gambling. You're going to win $100, but you have to be a subscriber to win, first of all, and you have to participate in the live streams. So I'm going to be checking out the live streams, and those of you that's participating, like I say, I'm going to pick one person for either guy, and that's how we're going to do it. So I'm going to keep jabbering on, keep jibber-jabbering on till I get some people on the live stream, here and participating in the chat. So I'm gonna wait a little while, to see if I can get somebody tonight. But if you are not on tonight, please come on tomorrow night. Tomorrow night, Tuesday, the 16th. So I guess while we wait, I'm gonna go on. I'm gonna give some facts about the fighters. Some news this week about the fighters. Hey, y'all, it's fight week, man. It's fight week. A lot of the fight for boxing fans all over the world, man. Listen, if you're a boxing fan at all, I know you've seen or have heard about Rolly Romero this Saturday evening. It was on Showtime. The decision, the boxing debacle. Tony Weeks was the referee. Rolando Romero was fighting a 69-year-old man. Uh, they claim he was 40 years old. That's what the word was, but the guy looked like he wasn't a day younger than 65, you know. And but hey, the man was putting hands on Rolly Romero, and y'all know what happened, man. He knocked him down in the third round, I believe it was, and then Rolly Romero knocked him down. Well, it was a debatable knockdown, and what was that? The ninth round, and then all of a sudden, man, Tony Weeks stopped the fight, and the punches that Rolly Romero was landing, well, was throwing, really wasn't landing. And then the guy, I don't know why he stopped the fight. The guy was protecting himself. He wasn't getting hit, but Tony Weeks stopped the fight, man. A lot of people say it's a blackout on the sport. I mean, you can't blame Rolly Romero. Rolly Romero is not the referee, you know. Rolly Romero was just there fighting. So you can't really blame him. Ain't nobody on the chat. Okay. Okay, so just a little bit. I know y'all already know about the fighters. Vasil Lomachencko is 17-2 with 11 KOs. Um, Vasil Lomachenko is 5'7". He has a 65.5 inch arm reach. Um, some of the people, well, y'all know he lost to Teofimo Lopez. This was in 2020. He also lost to Orlando Salido, which was his second fight as a professional. And something to note about that fight, he was fighting for a title. He was fighting for a world title in his second fight as a professional. He was a two-time winner in the Olympics. And, you know, that's what afforded him a lot of his privileges. He signed with Top Rank. Bob Arum really rated him highly and talked about him very highly. He was touted as, you know, a guy that was gonna do some things in the professional rankings. And he was afforded the opportunity to fight Orlando Salido for a title. He was supposed to win the fight. Orlando Salido is an old veteran. And matter of fact, I don't want to get it wrong. Hold on. I'm on BoxRec. And at the time that they fought, Orlando Salido was 41-12. Now, the reason why that's a little bit intriguing, Orlando Salido, you could say a journeyman, but he has so many losses, man, because he was young. He started out young, and he came up in that. I think he started fighting in Mexico, if I'm not. Somebody correct me if I'm wrong. But coming through that, I mean, Devin Haney has that in common with Orlando Salido, if I'm not wrong. Devin Haney was too young to start fighting professionally in America, so he went to Mexico and he started fighting. That's a rough road to climb, man. That Mexico circuit is something else. And Devin Haney navigated it pretty well. He's still undefeated. Y'all know he is the undisputed champion in the lightweight division. And, something else to note about Devin Haney. First of all, Devin Haney is 29-0 with 15 KOs. All right. And he holds all 4 of the titles at 135. He's 5'8" with a 71-inch arm reach. Devin Haney, man, very fundamentally sound. A young man that he wasn't Devin Haney just, if you've been following him a little bit, he moved from the Bay Area in California to Las Vegas so that he could pursue his dreams as a professional boxer. Like I said, he did start fighting in Mexico. And when he got old enough to fight here in the States professionally, he ended up moving to Las Vegas. So y'all know in Las Vegas, the Mayweather gym is very popular. He was there a lot. He spent a lot of time under Senior, Floyd Mayweather Senior. Y'all know Floyd Mayweather Jr., the popular Money Mayweather. His dad is a trainer, has been a trainer a long time. And, his dad he spent a lot of time. Devin Haney spent a lot of time with Floyd Mayweather Sr. Now, if you know anything about the Mayweathers, man, they are very popular with that shoulder roll, man. And they have a depth and knowledge of just the whole fight game. God bless, rest in peace, Roger Mayweather. He spent a lot of time training Floyd Mayweather Jr., the popular undefeated Floyd Mayweather, like I said, Money Mayweather. But his dad also had a lot to do with his early career and his amateur career until he went to prison, and then his uncle, Roger Mayweather, took over. But Mayweather Sr. has always been a very respected trainer. Y'all know he had a lot to do with the career of the Golden Boy, Oscar De La Hoya. And he's been a trainer for some popular guys that were very successful. And notably his son, Floyd Mayweather. And after Roger kind of, had some health issues, Mayweather Sr. did step up, and him and Floyd had always had some turmoil going on, but they worked things out, and he kind of helped Floyd finish out his career as his trainer. And I don't know if y'all remember, Senior was the one that was his trainer or his coach in the corner when he fought Manny Pacquiao. And but anyway, just letting you know the type of exposure that Devin Haney has had in his young career. He's a young guy, but he's been around a lot of boxing knowledge. That's a very rich boxing culture to come through that Mayweather gym. They call it the doghouse. A lot of good sparring there. You got to be tough to hold your own right there in that gym. So Devin Haney has had exposure there. And like I said, under Mayweather Sr., he's had some good tutelage. But anyway, Devin Haney, Vasil Lomachencko, I don't know if y'all watch Blood, Sweat, and Tears. That's the top ranked version of like the pre-fight, kind of the hype the fight. I think they're up to part 2 now. I was looking at it the other night, and go and check it out. It's on YouTube, as a matter of fact. It is on YouTube, so everyone should have access to it. It was pretty good episodes. And it's just the background of the fighters, things that's happened in, the history and build up of the fight. Y'all know Devin Haney was trying to get this fight about 4 years ago. He was young in his career, and that's something they addressed the other night. I think it's the manager of Vasil Lomachencko. He was on the Blood, Sweat, and Tears episode, and he was just saying how Bill Haney, which is Devin Haney's dad, y'all know, was he kind of stepped to him to ask him about getting that fight. And the manager of Vasil Lomachencko told him, man, it's not happening, man. I mean, you're young in your career. We have other opportunities, and you got to accomplish something. So now, hey, look, as the old saying is, ain't no fun when the rabbit got the gun. But the thing that I want to point out about Devin Haney, man. I hear a lot of disrespect on his name. I hear a lot of people that's like that don't really, they don't look very highly on Devin Haney because of how he won the Undisputed Crown. He holds all the belts. I'll reiterate this. He holds all the belts in the 135-pound division. Listen, he holds these crowns, and he beat George Kambosos to get them. So now that's why a lot of people don't respect Devin Haney. They don't put respect on his name. They feel like the young man, like he don't have the goods. Okay, first of all, y'all know Vasil Lomachenko had a lot of the belts. He didn't have all the belts. He was elevated, y'all remember, to the franchise champion with that WBC belt. So that's how, honestly, Devin Haney became the WBC champion. A lot of people call him the paper champion, but you can't really call him a paper champion if the rules say that the interim champion has to be elevated to that spot if the regular champion is no longer there. So that's, that is a rule of the WBC. The thing that I want to find out that I was thinking about this the other day, and I'm going to look it up right now, is when did he fight for that? I think he fought Jorge Linares for that. Let me see. Let me make sure. I'm trying to go back to see when Haney fought for that. Okay. He fought Zaur Abdullayev for the WBC interim world title for the lightweight division. And once he captured it, he defended it against Alfredo Santiago. He defended against Yuriorkis Camboa and Jorge Linares. But I think he got shortly after he won that belt, the interim belt, he got elevated to the WBC full champion, world champion. And he defended that, I'm sorry, with Alfredo Santiago. Then Yuriorkis Gamboa, then Jorge Linares, and also Joseph Diaz. So now then he got the opportunity to fight George Kambosos, because y'all remember Teofimo Lopez beat Vasil Lomachencko. So Vasil Lomachencko is 17-2. And one of those losses I just told, at the beginning of the stream, we already went over that Orlando Salido beat him in his second fight as a professional. So that other loss was to Teofimo Lopez in 2020. So Teofimo Lopez fought Vasil Lomachenko. Vasil Lomachenko was the unified champion. Teofimo Lopez beat him. He became the unified champion. He had all of the major belts except the WBC. As I just said, to reiterate, Devin Haney had the real WBC belt. And let me follow the line again. I don't want to quote wrong. So I'm going to follow George Kambosos. George Kambosos is 20-2 with 10 KOs. And he fought Teofimo Lopez in 2021 for those titles. So now, real quick, so the IBF, the WBA, and the WBO World Lightweight Championship was held by Teofimo Lopez because he beat Vasil Lomachenko. So once he beat Vasil Lomachenko, he was the unified champion. He fought George Kambosos, who shocked the world and beat Teofimo Lopez to become the unified champion at lightweight. Devin the Dream Haney got the opportunity to fight. He wanted the rematch with Teofimo, but Teofimo no longer had the belts. And then, the thing that happened in the Ukraine, he wanted to go be with his family as they were fighting. They were being attacked, by Russia. So he went over there and he stayed away from boxing for a little while. And so that gave Devin Haney an opportunity to fight for undisputed. George Kambosos gave him the opportunity. He beat George Kambosos. George Kambosos, as the champion, he made a lot of stipulations. Now, this is the thing that you got to respect. This is why I'm bringing this up, about the respect for Devin Haney. Devin Haney, he took a lot. He took some pay cuts and everything in order to fight George Kambosos. And I'm gonna be real. He was making money when he went over to the Zone. And the Zone has overpaid fighters for a while. When they have the money, they throw it at fighters, man, that are decent fighters, good fighters, and they're not making the money on the other networks. The Zone will throw you some money if you show promise. And he was a promising young fighter, man, undefeated, had skills. He went over and made some money at the Zone. So he had to take a pay cut to fight Kambosos. And he did it. He just wanted to become the champion. So he became the unified champion by beating Teofimo Lopez. And once he beat Teofimo Lopez, I'm talking about Kambosos. He gave Devin Haney the shot. He had a lot of stipulations, and he had a rematch clause. So Devin Haney beat him very convincingly in Australia. That was one. Hold on. Hey, babe. Let me let her out. Hold on 1 second. Come on. All right, back to the chat. We still don't have any. Is anybody there? Does anybody want to win $100? All right. So, but anyway, George Kambosos he had the ball in his court, and he used his leverage with those belts in order to be the A side. And he said, okay, hey, if you want to fight for these belts, you got to do A, B, and C. And Devin Haney did everything he asked. He came to Australia and he beat George Kambosos convincingly. Some people thought he was going to get it was going to be a robbery. Hey, I hate to bring it up, but I got to. People remember what happened with Pacquiao when Pacquiao went over there to fight. So a lot of people were saying that, maybe Devin Haney making a big mistake, but Devin Haney went over and handled business. George Kambosos say, hey, man, hey, look, you got to give me a rematch. Devin Haney said, no problem. The rematch was right there again in Australia. Devin Haney went again and beat him. So now this is the thing about Devin Haney. For everybody out there who does not have any respect, I'm not saying you have to have enough respect for him to say, okay, I'm not going to, I was rooting for Vasil Lomachencko, so now I'm a root for Devin Haney. No, I'm not talking about that. I'm just saying just respect, period. Just having respect for Devin Haney, because this is the thing. How many fighters do you know that will go and get all of he became undisputed. All the cards is in his favor. Then he went back. He gave no problems to go back to Australia and fought again in George Kambosos' hometown, again, after becoming undisputed champion. And he beat him again. Now, with all that being said, how many fighters have done something like this and then turn around and take a fight with Vasil Lomachencko? With somebody the caliber of a Vasil Lomachencko. Now, you say what you will about Vasil Lomachenko. Vasil Lomachenko, yeah, he's had some privileges. Yeah, he's had some, ESPN put him this and that. But Vasil Lomachenko is not a pushover fighter. So you got to give respect to a guy who he took the hard road to become undisputed. Now that he's undisputed, he not taking no tune-up fight. He not taking no soft touch. He said, hey, I've been wanting to fight Vasil Lomachenko all these years. So fine, I want to get my opportunity to fight him. He not used, see, I was talking about this on the video. Like a lot of fighters, like you have fighters like Tank Davis, Ryan Garcia, right here in the same division, 135. They just fought a catch weight 136. But Tank Davis is really like, he's a 135 fighter. And Garcia just went to 140, so can't really say he far off, he right in and around the same weight class. So this is the thing. You have guys like that who their name has become, per se, bigger than the sport, bigger than the titles, because they negotiated a fight that brought in more revenue than the sport has seen in years. And neither one of them hold a major title. You know? Okay. So you got guys who their name transcend the sanctioning bodies. They don't need the leverage of having belts to negotiate to make big money. But now a guy like Devin Haney, whose name is as big as Tank, he haven't drawn a crowd because he don't get the knockout, especially right here at lightweight, man. He been making that weight for a long time. I'm almost willing to guarantee you that when he moves up to 140, his power is gonna be different. But he's staying there at that weight to get the fights that he wants for his career. And he's not using the leverage of the belts to negotiate for big money. No, he using the belts to fight for legacy. He said that on Blood, Sweat, and Tears, one of those episodes. Now, the thing I got to say about that is, yeah, I agree with him. He is doing that. I don't dispute that at all because he could have fought somebody else. He could have tried to lure, one of the bigger names for a money fight to fight him. He could have tried to go, Gervonta Davis just had that big draw. He could have waited for him and tried to lure him into fighting for the belts. But the thing about it is, this young man chose to fight Vasil Lomachencko. Somebody just came and said. But anyway, sorry about that. I was just reading something from off the YouTube. But anyway, he fighting a real threat to his throne, man. He got all of the belts now. Imagine you have everything you ever wanted. You know what I'm saying? As a boxer in a weight class, he's achieved something that's basically a rarity nowadays because it takes so much. It's 4 belts. It's not 1 belt per weight class. It's not 2 belts. It's not 3 belts no more. It's 4 belts. So now he's accomplished what few people has accomplished, and he's not using the leverage of the belts to fight for money. He's using the leverage of the belts to fight Vasil Lomachencko. He see it as something for his legacy because this son, he understands that he's taking a different route to build his name up. He's taking a different route, and I applaud him for that. That's why I respect him, man. I respect Devin Haney, and I don't take anything from him. Vasil Lomachencko, he had a lot more privilege. He was a 2-time Olympian. He signed with Top Rank. They had him like top notch. Bob Arum saying all this stuff about him being the best thing since the wheel, saying putting him as the greatest, like over Ali. And it's like, okay, but that's how they had him. And so now, his name is the place where, if you beat him, it could boost your resume. He did it for Teofimo Lopez, but Teofimo Lopez gave it up the very next fight. He couldn't stay focused. But I don't know, man. I just want to go live to tell everybody about your opportunity to win $100. If you tell me who's going to win this fight between Vasil Lomachencko and Devin Haney, we will start meeting tomorrow night. That's May the 16th at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And we will meet every night, Tuesday through Friday. And like I said, Friday, we will pick 2 people that's been participating in the live streams. We'll pick 2 people. One that's a fan of Vasil Lomachencko, and the other that's a fan of Devin Haney. And you got to tell us who is gonna win and how. And if your fighter wins, you win $100. This is Daddy P. A. And ain't nobody on the live stream right now, but if you come to the stream, if you see the stream later, go ahead and leave a comment. Go ahead and pick your winner. Subscribe to the channel. Hit that thumbs up. Slap that like button for Slap Happy Gorilla. Lesson. If you want to win $100, hey, the opportunity is here. This is Daddy P. I'm signing off.